Rumble creeping around the corner come here January. We want to give you some early entrant predictions as to who's going to enter the Rumble. We're going to have superstars from NXT, Raw, as well as SmackDown. So I say we get into it. Quick heads up, as we know, the Royal Rumble consists of 30 superstars. So I do want to throw in some honorable mentions as well as legends apart from the 3 main rosters. That being said, AJ Styles, I want to recommend him. And I want to hop around back and forth as well. And I want to just stay consistent with one brand. I want to do Raw and then jump around to SmackDown as well as NXT. But AJ Styles right here, he'll be there. He'll be there with not necessarily the club. I don't think Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson will partake in that, but I definitely see AJ being thrown into one of them. Now, as far as NXT, Ciampa is one that we need to bring up here into conversation. He's one that kind of has led, now that a lot of these superstars have been called up to the main roster, Ciampa's kind of been one of those OGs that would represent right here the NXT division pretty damn good. Randy Orton right here, big name. Now that WrestleMania around the corner, we need something for Orton, so maybe this could develop to like him again and AJ Styles having a rematch at Mania to determine as to who's still one of the best right there over there on Raw. For SmackDown right here, returning Elias, I don't see why he would not be part of this. I think it would be a missed opportunity if he doesn't get thrown in there. And this kind of plays out right here for Ziggler and Baron Corbin. These two right here, they will for sure be in there. I mean, these guys have been used as some of the top superstars for the last couple of months, so I definitely see both of these two being put into the whole mixture of it all. And as far as Raw right here, Roberto Carrillo, the newly added figure right here to the WHF collection, up-and-coming talent, has been capturing a lot of wins, so seeing him go in there against maybe the United States Championship, dude, they will just put up a clinic right there. That pre-show match, that was just a teaser of what we're going to see here in the near future, and maybe future U.S. champ, I don't know. We'll find out here. Braun Strowman and Sheamus in the action figure setup, the Christmas setup that we did, this is kind of one of the first rivalries that I would like to see for returning Sheamus right here. Go in there and maybe pick up a huge elimination over the monster among men. These two right here, why not? Let's throw them right there for the SmackDown. Ricochet and Aleister Black. These two have just been doing some great stuff, especially now that they're utilizing Aleister Black. Him being in the Rumble and picking up, several eliminations, that would definitely help out his situation. And that kind of goes right here, having Buddy Murphy in there with a little mini rivalry with the whole mixture of it all. Now, Shinsuke Nakamura, regardless of him holding the title right here, this wouldn't be the first time that we would see a champion into the Rumble with a number 1 contender spot at WrestleMania, as well as holding the belt. After all, this is something that we've wanted for Nakamura. Regardless of him getting opportunities in the past, he needs to capture the big one at some point. That kind of goes the same for Miz, man. It's been a while since we've seen the Miz right here, and he just lost that match to compete for the Universal Championship right here at Rumble, and that's another two that I want to talk about. I want to talk about Daniel Bryan as well as The Fiend, or Bray Wyatt, either or. We will throw them into conversation just because they're having a match. It might be earlier on that. Well, you know what? Let's get to that as we once we bring up to the frame. Samoa Joe, we have seen him. I think it was a house show. He made a return. He put someone, I can't remember who, through a table, but we just saw right here Samoa Joe. It sounds like he might be cleared right here for in-ring competition. Now I want to start throwing into some legends right here. John Cena, he's kind of been begging, man. He says he wants a match here at WrestleMania. I think he might have, what did he miss last year? No, he didn't. He had a short angle with Elias, but he wants to kind of build some kind of rivalry right here. Is he maybe talking about having that 17 number to outdo Ric Flair as far as wins for the big title? I don't know. Does he have it in him? I don't think he's got one more run. I don't think anybody, regardless of some of these guys being close to that marker, I think one thing that WWE wants to do is kind of hold that respect to the Nature Boy. Now, as far as Sting right here, yes, Hero Fix, we already know. He's already in retirement. He declared retirement at the Hall of Fame, but there is so much talk about him having a match with The Undertaker. And Taker right here too, yes, why wouldn't he make a return, dude? Rumble, he's kind of always been one of those main legends that has always made a huge impact. So if this is the beginning of a feud, if Sting does make a return right here, maybe from the rafters, right, coming down and standing in the middle of the ring, I know there's a good handful of you that don't want to see this, but there is still, talk about them doing it. So either way, these two, sure, let's throw them in here as returning legends, and that goes for Goldberg as well. Goldberg, he wants to have a rematch. I don't know if he wants to have it with Undertaker. I think that's one of the talks, but Goldberg, he wants to go and get up in here, whether it's at Rumble or WrestleMania. That's the big thing when it comes to WrestleMania. And a lot of these legends, they like to do a one-time appearance. It's kind of like, yo, check this out, man. We can still do it. Big Show too. Want to see Big Show in this. He's one that kind of like always outdoes it as far as like a big dude. Apart from Braun Strowman, getting a lot of eliminations. Big Show as well as Cain, they've always done well. I think Cain might hold the record as most eliminations. I could be wrong. I think he might be either number 1 or number 2, but Cain has captured a lot of eliminations in this Rumble, so him partaking in this, why not? Let's go back into some NXT. Let's get some Undisputed Era, some Roderick Strong, some Adam Cole into this, man. I don't see Bobby Fish or Kyle O'Reilly, but these two, yes. I have gentlemen right down there in NXT, and the bro right here, Matt Riddle, Velveteen Dream, Finn Balor. I don't know if we're gonna see Gargano because I know the whole injury thing. It's still there's no official clear date on him, but if he does get cleared, I would love to see him partaking as one of the NXT guys for right here. And the last one that I want to mention as well, Keith Lee. He's been so impressive as of late. So if they are gonna put NXT talent, which there's already talk about, them being. I mean, they did it last year. They've done it for the last couple of years. Keith Lee right there would help out their situation to make them look great. Rey Mysterio, master of the 619 right here. Little Ray, he did great the last couple of years that he's been in the Rumble. I think his return, the first year that he made his return, I think 2018 or was it 2017? He got plenty of eliminations. Don't ever count the underdog right there. Kevin Owens, again, we're going to jump around back, some NXT, some Raw. Now we're back here with some Raw. KO right here. I think it's time for him to make a big impact right here at the Rumble, man. Kind of like maybe potentially be one of the last 3 Kevin Owens. He's got a lot of talent in the Rumble. That's what it's all about. Bobby Lashley, these two are going to go together, man. There's no doubt that Rusev and Bobby Lashley will be in this, and they're going to bury themselves when it comes to it all, man. Like when it comes to the Rumble, it's going to be one of those things that Rusev, he's going to try to eliminate Lashley. Like their main priority is their feud. I don't think they'll care. I mean, sure, everyone's top priority is to get a number 1 contender spot at WrestleMania, but their biggest thing will be trying to eliminate one another. Seth Rollins, Rollins, he'll have his henchmen in there. I don't think they'll be in the Rumble. I don't think AOP will be in there, but I'm sure they'll come out. They'll be at ringside. They'll help him out to be as one of the last 5 top superstars right here remaining when it comes to Raw and SmackDown. Big man right here, big man on campus, Drew McIntyre. I want to throw him into this. Why not? I mean, look, lately he hasn't been doing much, but I think Rumble, it would help out his situation. And that kind of goes the same for Eric Rowan. Now that Luke Harper, it's confirmed, it's no longer going to be ever a return of the tag team between these two gentlemen. I think him, the cage, the whole thing with him in the little cage, we got to find out come Rumble time. Maybe that'll be like a big thing that'll kind of help him assist, picking up a huge or a lot of eliminations. There'll be something in there, man. We got to find out what is going on in that cage. Kofi Kingston, the acrobatic. Like every year that Kofi has been in the Rumble, he's always had one of those OMG moments where he either does like a handstand or he tippy toes his way back in here. It would not be a Royal Rumble without Kofi Kingston or Big E. So 2 out of the 3 for the New Day right here. They got to both be in this. Now, Big Dog, this is the big rumor, you guys. This is the one that everyone's talking about. Him going in there and winning the Rumble. And you guys already know, man, this song and dance, this has been tried. They've tried to play this out when it comes to the Rumble so many years, man. Look, if he does win this, it's gonna be most likely be him and The Fiend at Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania, most likely be The Fiend. But that's kind of the big thing for the main event for WrestleMania is him taking on The Fiend. And now since we are talking about that, let's say that this match does occur earlier on in the night, right? We have a determined winner, whether he retains right here for The Fiend. He'll go in there, maybe, if I'm saying, hold on, rewind. If he retains, obviously we can't even talk about him being thrown into the Rumble. But if he does lose, I can see Bray Wyatt making his appearance, not as the Fiend at the Rumble, but as Bray Wyatt, kind of like an alter ego, similar to what Mankind did. Or other scenario that I do want to play out is that if Daniel Bryan does lose and he retains the title, I can see Bryan also be thrown into this. And again, it's not far-fetched, you guys, because because we have seen this from time and time again, where they had a match, like whether it's Universal or WWE Championship, where they were still thrown into to the Royal Rumble of it all. And Cesaro, I think this has got to be one of these points, you guys, where Cesaro has to be into this. He's had so many years in WWE, but he's never measured up to like some of the he's never been considered a top card superstar. And I think 2020, you guys, I feel like we say this every year, with a glimmer of hope that Cesaro gets the proper push, but it's got to eventually happen. And the last one that I want to throw in here is Cain Velasquez. He's been doing shows. I think he did one over in Mexico with Lucha House Party. I think Lucha House Party might be one of those things where he might get thrown into. If he does, dude, you can say bye-bye WWE career. But yes, Cain Velasquez, that's one rumor about him being thrown in, and maybe, him with Brock Lesnar one more time. As far as tag teams, starting out with, since we are in the conversation of Cain Velasquez, is the Lucha House Party. Lucha House Party 2019, they've just kind of been nothing but entertainment, but if anybody wants to take them serious, they have to do something here at the Rumble. I don't care if it's Kalisto, Grand Metalik, either of those or any of those three gentlemen should be able to do something here. And Heavy Machinery, man, they have just been lighting up SmackDown as of late, especially Otis. Like if I were to choose which superstar I want to see in the Rumble, obviously both of them, but definitely Otis, man. He would just be one of those dudes that, he's a big guy. I think he's close to 400 pounds. And when it comes to success in the Rumble, it's one of those things that you have to fall either the 350-pound category and up to really do something. Viking Raiders as well, too, man. Our Raw Tag Team Champions, throw them into the mixture of it all. Would love to hear your top 5 Royal Rumble participants. Really, when it comes down to it all, it could be anybody. It could be someone from Golden Era, New Generation, Ruthless. So many potentials when it comes to the Rumble. And I think this is one of the reasons why we enjoy this so much, the whole surprise factor of it all. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.